On Friday, the Canadian government announced their unemployment numbers, and the rate that they announced was 5%, which was unchanged. The experts were expecting the unemployment to go up from December from 5% to 5.1%. They also added 150,000 jobs in the month of January. It was the reason why the Canadian dollar outperformed most other currencies in the world on Friday. So where's the Canadian dollar headed? Let's go to the charts. Let's first look at the monthly chart. And I'm just going to draw a line denoting the low and the high. Most recent low, most recent high on the monthly chart. This was the most recent low, which was the pandemic low in 2020. And the most recent high came in June of 2021. I'm just going to mark this area as a level of interest. Let's go to, you can also see since October of last year, price has been making higher lows. So potentially we have a situation where the buyers and sellers are going to duke it out for position at some point. Let's go to the weekly chart. Let me distinguish the two levels of interest that I see. I'm going to make that blue, denoting something on the daily chart. However, this zone is used up when prices collapsed, came back, filled the unfilled sell orders that remain at that level that were originally here in September of 2022. Came back a third time and did react again. So there were still unfilled sell orders in this level of interest over here. Just want to look. That was an area of interest. However, price breached the zone. For now, I'll just tag it because I want to see what it looks like on the daily chart. And let's go to the daily chart. So the zone was okay, nothing special, but it ended up working. I'm going to take this off the chart because this level at 75310, I'm going to say it's used up. Next time price gets back up to this level, there's not going to be any or too many unfilled sell orders remaining, so price should continue to move higher. And again, this zone that I marked off on the weekly, we're going to analyze it a bit more on the daily to see why did price, well, we got a little reaction. We did get a reaction before it was breached. But let's look. Yeah, that was a decent zone. Again, got a reaction for 1-to-1 reward to risk ratio. Alright. Okay, I'm going to take this off. Just looking to see if I see anything of interest. Let me see what it looks like on the 8-hour. Trying to look at volume in this candle here. I do like it. Okay, here's what we're going to do. This is going to serve as our offensive line, and we're going to look at the level just above. They have about equivalent volume. So we're going to take the level above. And get to current price. Oh, that's way above. Is there anything closer? Let's take a look. This might be an area of interest. These wicks represents sellers. I'm going to go back to the daily chart, see what it looks like. Got 2 wicks. Okay, again, what we're going to do is we're going to look at this level here. The level's not fresh as it's already reacted to price. Because we do have this a higher high, we have somewhat higher lows. I don't think that this level is going to hold when price gets back up here. So I'm going to take this off the chart, And I'm going to make this area one big zone. Just looking at volume again. Yeah, I like the area. I'm going to call that daily sellers at the 0.7734. Price is also going to, before price even considers getting up to this level, has to deal with the 200 EMA, exponential moving average. My white line represents the 100 and the red line represents the 50. So it does appear that we have bullishness as the 50 crossed over the 100, and if price continues to move higher in this area, March time frame, you will have potentially a golden cross, which is where the 50 crosses up and over the 100, the 200 EMA. So where's price headed? Potentially higher. It has to deal with this area first. If it's going to continue to move higher. Can it move higher and bounce back and then move higher? That's possible. So potentially the pattern may look like this. And again, to eventually get to the point where the buyers and sellers have to duke it out for position. Either we're going to break out to the upside, or we're going to break out to the downside. But I think short term, as long as price respects this uptrend line, expect the Canadian dollar to continue to move higher.